welcome back. I'm glad to have you back, and today we have an exciting episode with a musical guest. We'll just go right into the conversation. That's what we do here.
All right, that's cool.
All right. So, I would like to know, first and foremost, how was the traffic getting down here?
It was a bit much, but Lagos now, I used to it.
I took a big breath because
I used to it.
navigating Lagos traffic is not for the faint of heart, as they say.
Trust me, it's not.
Correct? Right? And I'm sure you're coming. Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Magodo.
Wow. Well, that says it all. Anyway, I'm glad to have you. Glad
Yeah.
you made it.
Thank you.
So tell me, what inspired the name Shoody B?
So my name is Moshood Abiola Adenekon. So everybody from Moshood ever calls me Shoody. So the B is from Abiola, so Shoody B.
Oh, I see.
So Shoody B, Shoody B, Shoody B. So that's the name I've been called for a while. So I just picked the name as, since everybody's calling me that, let's go in then.
Interesting wordplay. Well. Well, it's a very catchy name. It's a very interesting name.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
So tell me, how long have you been doing music?
I started doing music like properly when I was in university. That's Unilag, so let's say like my year 2, I started doing music. So that's like, let's say 4 or 5 years now, like seriously. So yeah.
Wow. So how do you find the experiences that you've had so far in your career?
You get the good, the bad, and the ugly. You get everything. Especially in this music business, like there's no time you go out for something that you don't see the good side of being an artist, the bad side, or probably the ugly side of being an artist. Especially when you're trying to find your way to the top. You see all kinds of things. So trust me, I'm seeing things morning, afternoon, night, midnight.
I'm sure a lot of people know about the good side, even if they're not experienced with the music
Everybody
industry.
wants to see the good side. Nobody cares about the bad side, the ugly side. That one's your pocket.
Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Yeah, and that's what people, sometimes I feel like people are joining the music industry just because they see the flashy side of the music
Exactly.
industry.
So everybody's seeing the good side. Everybody's seeing, oh, you get the artist is having fun, is living life, is living large. But nobody gets to see the price the artist is paying. Nobody gets to see the hard work, the midnight, the no sleep, the grind.
So tell me about your unique challenge inside of this experience.
My unique challenge, like what I get to see daily.
Yes, in your pursuit of music.
I would say maybe, I don't know, nothing really unique, because I feel like every artist that's underground that's trying to get to the top, we're all facing the same things, the same roadblocks that is in the upcoming artists like me now. We have it very tight. It's like everybody trying to pass this narrow space. Unless you want to bust another whole line for yourself where it's just you. And like, let me give you an example now. Odumodu said, I can do it without their policy, I know. That means there is a policy. There is a way they want everybody to come out. But I can do it without their policy as well.
So would you say that the music industry is different now? Or how would you describe the music industry now compared to maybe before you started?
Okay, so see, before I started, I was looking at the industry from an outside angle. I was an outsider, I was a fan. So I always wanted to be an artist. But when, I started the journey, I started seeing that, this industry is really different from what you're seeing outside. So from when I started, I can't really tell the difference from before, but I know that there's been changes even from the first year I started to now. Just and there's already, people are already giving in space for new sounds. Before there used to be this particular sound that you had to be doing before you can blow. Now there's so much, there's different sounds in the market. There's different sounds, different audiences, different set of fans. We have the people raving. We have people that like the melancholic music. We have people that like rock. We have different sounds just coming out. So that's what I see that's different now. You get the new gens. We're not taking anyone's policy. We're not taking, it must be this particular sound. It must be these drums. It must be this. So anything is going, just come with something unique and creative. That's why I feel it's different now in my time.
Is that a good thing, the fact that the gatekeeping has reduced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially for social media. Social media has made everybody come to a very open ground, a neutral ground. So whether you're signed or not, with my social media, I can still pop in my house. If social media puts everybody at a very neutral ground where, you can still pop if you put in the work. You get, so that's why I see the difference in.
Even that being the case, where the gatekeeping has been reduced, I'm sure you are inspired by one or two artists out there that you probably watched growing up, or I love that artist for A, B, and C. Maybe their style, maybe their style, their fashion, maybe
Or the way of
their
music,
musical
or the way they talk, or
lyrics.
just the way they interact with
Yeah.
crowd. Yeah, me. I was very exposed to a lot of artists growing up, so I listened to a lot of indigenous music growing up as well. So to get in my sound, I was inspired by indigenous music, basically. But as time goes on, Afrobeat became something else to the world. Now we can see what this new Afrobeat is, what the likes of Burna and co are doing. So that's an inspiration to young kids that you can as well take it there. You can be on. There's no stage that is bigger than Afrobeat now. Afrobeat is on the biggest of stages, so that's an inspiration to someone like us. But in terms of my style and music, I really get it from indigenous music mainly. So that's where I get my inspiration from in terms of writing music, musical texture, composition, and all of that is really from indigenous music. The likes of the Fuji, the Akbala, all those style of music. Now we've seen where Afrobeat has got into, so trust me, the new kids, Burna, Wiz, David, they're an inspiration to everybody doing this thing. It means that, okay, you're still on the journey, you can get it 5, 6 years. Burna has been doing music for quite a long time before he could even get that break. So
that's true.
So that's really the inspiration for me. That's really the inspiration.
Well, everybody now has Burna Boy in their mouths, but the truth is Burna Boy has been making music for, since 2011, 2012? He has about 8 albums out. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I've been a fan for one of them.
Yeah, so have I. I love his style. I love him. I love the message that he has to put out in his music. I've always enjoyed that. Now we have what we consider, I guess this would be a third level if you have to look at the stages that Afrobeat has gone through. You have the first stage, which is the one people who came out before maybe 2014.
Okay,
that group.
Yeah.
The first set, and then you have the set that came out maybe after, I'm saying 2014, but it's maybe 2012. And then, Wizkid, DeVito.
Flying the kites.
Yeah, so now you have this third level where you have Rema.
The new kids,
the new kids.
The door is open to us now.
Afrobeat is going through like very interesting stages, and now the world has taken notice, and that's really, really great for all of us. We have the potential to hold this stage for a very long time.
Now we get that.
Oh, yes. So where do you see yourself on the world stage, considering how big Afrobeat has gotten?
To me, I consider the world stage as an Afrobeat stage now, because there's no stage that Afrobeat is not on. So, and don't worry, the next album, Afrobeat just free free for Shoody B. But no, for real, man, for real. So the stage is big enough for everybody now. The height where Afrobeat is going is sitting on the top. So, and that's where we're going. So tell them to watch out. That's all I can say.
Well, watch out. Shoody B is coming for you. Anyway, back to your album. So it's called VooDoo.
Music, yeah, it's my EP actually. I dropped it last year, November, and it's like just my introduction to the industry. So when you listen to the songs, you have songs like Dreamers, Alujo, Ashe. Do you understand? So those songs are a part of me that I just always wanted to let out. So, and I was so happy that I was able to do this thing and give them this part of me that I was always hiding. Because I feel like I was hiding that side, and I was able to bring, like, they have songs like Alujo. Who heard Alujo? You get like, wow, Shoody, that song is a banger. Like, I couldn't believe this was you. So yeah, that's.
So VooDoo, though, the name, what inspired it?
Magical, spiritual. So you get the notion behind voodoo. Most times everybody thinks that voodoo is dark, but voodoo really means something very spiritual. So it not depends on what you want to use the spiritual thing to do.
So then your music is inspired by something spiritual. It comes from a spiritual place. Wow.
Yeah, I am a very emotional person, so I tend to, get inspiration from somebody's pain. If you tell me your story, I get inspiration from this person's story. You get, so that's really why my music is the way it is.
Let me guess, you're an empath. I am too. We can absorb everybody's energy in a second and carry it like a weight on our shoulders.
Sometimes I like listening to a story, maybe before you get to the studio, it might just inspire you. Maybe when you're in the studio, just discussions, just having people around saying things and you don't know where the next hit will come from.
That is a recipe for very deep, insightful lyrics.
Yeah, no cap.
Wow.
The game is always the game. The response is good, the fans are always happy when Alujo is on. When Shoody is on, they're happy, but the game is always the game, especially for upcoming artists. So we are still here, we're still fighting, and we're coming. Trust me.
Well, you can be making music for as long as you have been making music until you start getting fans.
Yeah.
Then it turns it into something else. It goes on a whole other level of energy and vibe.
Trust me. Once your fan base is crazy, is like, let me give you an instance now. I went for a show in Unilag. There was this hall, like a boys, I think Jaja Hall. Like the reaction in that performance, I was losing my mind. Because most times as a guy, you think, oh, okay, you have more female fans. Like, oh, okay, female, yeah, girls will jump for you. But guys are losing their minds on you. It shows that, no, shout out to Unilag accidents, man. Shout out to Jaja Boys, man. I cite you guys.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to all
Jaja
Shoody fans
boy.
as well,
Okay.
Shoody and me.
Shout out to you all. The crazy fans out there that listen to Shoody B.
We need all the
He
crazy
is
fans,
not
man.
done. He has more in store, so
We
just
are just starting.
yeah, he's just starting, so. Wow. Yeah, it can be something else.
Trust me, man, they're like the icing on top of the cake.
It's nice though to finally have like a dedicated fan base that listen to your music. You know you're doing something right. You know you've found something.
And you don't care about the other noise from people that don't really care about your music, because you're doing it for some people and they appreciate your music. So you just concentrate on them, even if it's 100, same 100 will turn to 1,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, and it keeps going like that. So me and my team, we're dedicated to getting Shoody Army that. Don't worry. And I trust my army. Clear road.
So, fans, haters.
Oh, I'm on me. I don't care. I don't care. One, I just feel like as a living person, yeah, you'd have people that will hate you for whatever success or whatever thing you're doing, even if you don't even have success in it. People who are just hating for no reason. Like, so, I really don't care. Haters means people will be there when I make it and it will be in their faces, so it's cool. I love me some haters, I love me some more fans.
Well, they say if you don't have haters, you're not doing something
Exactly.
right?
If nobody hates on you, then you are nobody. And I'm somebody.
I like the way you deal with that. Anyway, so which comes first for you? The melody or the lyrics?
Like in the studio.
When you're
in terms
making
of
music, which comes first in the process?
Most times the melodies come first, then the melodies lead to okay. Because I feel like it's the mood that brings the melodies. So the mood you're in will bring out the melodies in you. So from the mood, you write the lyrics that you want to, pour out on the song. So that's how my own, my composition goes. I get my melodies first, then I write my lyrics. The song is done.
Okay.
Like Alujo, the melody was there at the first time I could play the beat. Okay, maybe we'll find something put for there, and that was in less than an hour. Alujo was done, so.
So how long does it usually take for you to create a song?
The thing is, most times I have like different timing, depends on the song. So I've made a song in 30 minutes, I've made a song, and some songs will take you probably a full day. But maybe that was when I started, but most times you can make a song in 40 minutes, in an hour, 2 hours. It really depends on the mood. There's sometimes that an artist will enter a studio session tired, like, yeah, tired mentally. So you trying to create something might just take long unusually. And sometimes the artist is ready. I just enter the studio and in 30 minutes, you've killed the whole song. So variations like that. So I feel like it's the mood you enter the studio with that really determines how.
What do you plan to do differently to influence the culture?
In my opinion, I feel like maybe, the youngins are already getting, the recognition, but I feel like I come from a place where, most youngins are singing about, the goodies of life, the interesting parts of life, and I feel like I tend to speak about the real realities of the youngins or of everybody's lifestyle. So I feel like that's where I'm unique in terms of, I'm not just going for the cloud thing, is everybody's talking about girls and money, and I don't think it's for me. So I feel like that's where I'm a bit different. So, I told you my album is coming now, so Mona, no worry.
Watch out for the album.
Yeah, so that's it.
Are there any particular artists or creatives that you would like to work with in the near future?
Trust me, a whole bunch. I'm the type of person that if I can have everybody on my album, trust me, I'll just work with everybody. But really, working with artists is about the chemistry. I would not want to force myself to work with someone I don't have a good chemistry with in the studio you get. So it's really about the chemistry and, the vibe. So if I get a good vibe from any artist in particular, it doesn't really have to be about what you can offer and all of that. But if the vibe is great, the song will come out well. And I'm always about the song. And do a song with an A-list artist, and if I don't like your verse, someone, bro, the song is not coming out to Whiskey. If not you job. The song is not coming out.
Man.
So, I'll tell you that, Egmont, this verse,
Well, you've heard it out there. If
so
you're,
A-list,
if
if I
you're
put you on
listening.
my song, you must drop better verse. So
Very important, very important. So describe how growing up in Lagos has influenced you and your music.
One thing that I feel like everybody growing up in Lagos, we get slangs, like Lagos slangs, Sabi, She, Ide Wine. All those slangs will have an influence in your music or in your style of talking or in your style of, someone from Lagos go to another place and it's always ready. Like, why are you, even if you go to another state in Nigeria, you can tell that this person is just on the edge. That's what you get in Lagos. So I feel like we have that survival instinct that they will build.
We sure do.
Yeah.
We sure do. You just released a new single, Sorrow.
Sorrow, yeah.
What inspired that song?
I feel like a quote from my principal in secondary school. She was always saying, "Aile sorrow, iberori broken." It means if you cannot speak up for what you want, you cannot really make it. So, you speak what you want into existence. That was really what brought about the song.
To me, like we have an anthem on our hands.
Yeah. Morning sorrow, Shoody baby, again. Haters we hate again. Forever, no stopping, cross leg and I go. You get me, yeah?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Now we have a game here that we call Face Me, I Face You.
Okay.
We basically pull 3 random life-tickling questions, and we'll put you in a hot seat.
Wow. Okay. I'm ready.
Good.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
If you could go back in your life and tell anyone anything, who and what would it be?
Wow, that's tricky, but I'll say, okay, maybe my late dad, I'll go back to see him and maybe just tell him some things I've always wanted to tell him before he passed.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did your dad pass?
2020, November 16.
2020 was an interesting time for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, number 2. What's your favorite book from your childhood, and why do you like it so much?
My childhood, I never liked books first, so I need to first think of the book I liked in my childhood. But okay, maybe one of them rhyme books, books that have to do with songs or something. That's why I liked it.
Everyone
Lyrics-
had something to escape
lyrics-
to.
lyric-
I mean, this is Nigeria
Those
for
lyrics
Christ's
books,
sakes.
those books that had lyrics of songs. That
Okay.
was me.
So songbooks.
Yeah,
Lyric
exactly.
books.
Yeah, lyric books.
Any one in particular?
Just of any song, I was always with lyrics book. A lot of them. Any new song, they have the lyrics there. I'm always just reading. Oh, so this is what this person said. Are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my escape.
You know what mine is?
Oh, what's yours?
Oliver Twist.
Always wanting more.
Always Wanting More. I think everybody read that book in their childhood. I think everybody did.
I don't know if I did though.
Sure, you had to read it. You had to read it. They made you read that book.
I read in school, but not consciously.
Well,
I won't pick up
fortunately
the
for
book.
me, I actually enjoyed the book.
Oh,
So
okay.
there you have it. I have many, but that's one of them.
Okay.
All right, question number 3.
Voila.
What are you learning about yourself these days?
These days, I don't even know what. What am I really learning about myself? Well, okay, I think I'm learning that I'm badass than I used to think I was badass. So,
What do we mean by badass?
just badass. Everything that encompasses badass.
Well, you heard it here.
Yeah,
Badass. He's a badass.
something like that. You get.
All right, badass. Well, that concludes this segment of Echo Conversations. We hope you've enjoyed this program, and we'll have another episode of an interesting character to interview.
I'm the
So
most
stay
interesting
tuned for that. Thank you
Thank you for
for
having me.
joining us.
You know, Shoody always here, always present.
Always present.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Success.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Oh, we have to cheer to that. And cheers to you watching at home. Thank you for tuning in.